everybody's speaking about it, and everybody's listening, finally listening. And so I think a story like this really resonates, especially in this area in country Victoria, where there's been so much tragedy this year when it comes to women and, you know, male abuse. I've always been incredibly frustrated by the way that women are treated in the world. No matter where you go, you are treated as less than if you're a woman. Not by everybody, but it's always there, ever present. That frustration bleeds into stuff that's been happening in Melbourne for over a decade. You know, the women who have been so publicly murdered on Melbourne streets, and then, you know, in the Western District where I come from this year, having so many women's lives be taken and so quickly in such a short amount of time. You know, it's really, it makes me angry. It makes me frustrated, and so I think that whatever we can do to change things is what we should do. And this film, this story, this project is part of that, hoping that we can contribute to making the world safer and easier and more enjoyable for women and girls. It was inspired by, real life.
Yeah.
Real life circumstances, real life experiences, real life situations, and the way that I have been treated around the world forever as prey, you know, and having to be consciously, always conscious of my surroundings, always looking over my shoulder, always aware, always ready to fight or flight, like either one. In Bali earlier this year, I was going for a hike and I had a man approach me and demand sex from me on a hike. In the middle of nowhere, away from people. I had no reception, and, you know, and it's just like, luckily I got away, and I'm safe, and I was strong enough to make him sense that I was powerful enough to fight him. But it's just exhausting. It's just exhausting. So I hope this film can do so much for so many women and their experience of life. Absolutely, I think it's about women demanding change, but I think it's also men listen to men. Men don't listen to women in the same way. So I think it's all of our good men of the world speaking up, setting the boundaries of how to protect, respect women, women's bodies, and holding people accountable. Our men have to do that as well. You know, it can't just be the women demanding change and fighting for it. It's the men that are going to create that change with their own peers and with their sons and with their fathers and their brothers. You know, you've got to have that bravery as a man to stand for women and with women and know how they deserve to be treated, and not only hold that standard for yourself and then everybody who is you know, in your life, but be willing to speak out when you see a stranger do that too, you know. That's where the change happens. Yes, women have to speak up, but then men have to join them. And that's what this film, I feel like, illustrates in certain ways. I certainly have put in some beautiful male characters to make sure that the good men of the world are heard and seen and represented and celebrated, because I think that's equally as important. Because without those guys, where would we be?
Yeah.
You know?
And you want the guys and the audience to recognise, I'm that person, I want to be that person.
I want to be him. I want to be just like him. I want to, And I think most men do want to be good. I think a lot of times they don't realise. So absolutely, men being willing to look at their own behaviour. It takes all of us to make our world a better place, you know? And it's not about man bashing, it's just about let's all move together respectfully in the right direction where everybody lives with a life that is worthy and
respected and honoured.
And honoured, completely. Even this guy. I mean, you just honour him looking at him, but
show some respect, sir.
Yeah. He's respectful. He's taking care of me this morning, haven't you, beauty? Haven't you?